What up, Corey? How's it going, dude?
What's up, buddy?
Doing it again, huh?
Again, here we are. Back to
We
the
had
regularly scheduled
fucking
time.
nutty time getting to the computer tonight.
Yeah. I can't seem to escape potential pitfall with computer, it seems.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Nicole jumps on because I think she's starting to learn how to bust balls pretty good about that stuff.
She is. Very much so. Yeah, no question. But yeah, I made it here. Ran into some internet issues at another location I was at, and I had to scoot back home, and here I am.
She left a comment earlier. She was like just waking up or something. And she's like, "What's up with the crush corner? I forget what time it is. I've been asleep half the day." And I was like, "Must be nice to be able to do that."
Right? How the heck is that possible?
I don't know. It's ridiculous, dude.
Hey.
It's crazy too, because when I talked to you earlier and you're talking about the internet issues and whatnot, it's like with all the shit going on, with storms, and there's a bunch, like we got whacked, but the direct hit kind of missed us, but like a mile down the road, it's a mess, dude. So
dude, I can't even get over it. Yeah, some of the stuff that I've seen online, it's kind of nuts how whatever that was, tornado just kind of skirted around a little bit up through your area, like Bethany and North Haven. It's wild.
And it's crazy because it was almost the same thing as a couple of years ago when it ripped through right down through Cheshire and Hamden up to and then tore up Sleeping Giant. It was like leveled, Sleeping Giant was destroyed.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it was almost the same exact path, man. Almost the same thing. Yeah. That park was closed for a while, dude. It was crazy.
Oh, wow. I don't think I knew that. Wow. No doubt. But yeah, crazy weather. Another week of craziness here in 2020.
Another week of craziness in 2020. And we did last week, we did the Elastic Brass thing, which was fun. It was new for us. We had a couple of hiccups, which were totally expected. And most of the hiccups, I think, came from all the beer that we were drinking, honestly. But
now, yeah. Hey, I mean, when you're in the middle of such quality beer, it's hard not to indulge, especially when you've had this fine sour IPA that you normally wouldn't drink, but you've tried, and then it turns out to just be unbelievably tasty.
Yeah,
and you find it hard not to slow it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up, Scott? What's up, Eric?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. But that was a good time. It worked out great. All that beer sold. I'm finishing up one I have right now.
Ah, nice. So it did all finally go. That's great, man.
Yeah, Ed said it all sold, so that was a really great thing.
Yeah, man. It was an awesome thing Ed did with Lasting Brass for everybody. Getting all those beer sales and contributing down to you guys. For helping get out of the little hole that COVID has put you and many others in. Obviously.
So many people, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
So a couple of things I want to remind people about the So I did that Moto shirt combo with some Moto shirt.
Oh yeah,
gloves and a keychain that I just posted. It's on the website right now. It's like a little deal if you grab all three of them, save a couple bucks. And I figured it was a good thing for riding season. Depending on how hardcore you are, people are going to ride well into November. But the way the weather's been, it's so unpredictable. But it's definitely it's one of my favorite shirts. I love that shirt. And then the gloves are pretty solid. And the little keychain too. So it's a good deal. So it's on the website right now.
Yeah, check it out. It's definitely cool for the riders.
So my old buddy Dave Marden, my favorite masshole, is gonna hop on and chat with us. And I've been throwing that word around for the last couple of weeks, and I hope that he doesn't mind that I did that, but I don't think he does. Dave and I go back probably I want to say 2002, and he could remind me. Just from particularly the tattoo Boston Tattoo Convention scene.
Because you did that multiple years, right?
We did it and it was the timing of that was interesting because the shop Lucky Soul had just opened in 2001.
Yeah.
Boston was celebrating the legalization of tattooing, so that convention was kind of formed began because of that. It was a celebration,
Yep.
And then I was fortunate to be able to do some pretty killer pieces, and Dave was nice enough to come by and be sarcastic and take pictures of me. So on that note, I do see your finger, Dave. So I'm gonna shut up and bring David to the feed.
Nice.
All right, there's one thing I got to do. Okay, the Brady Bunch. The Brady
Bunch. Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What's going on, man?
Every week that I've watched this, I'm sitting there going, God damn, I can't wait to get on there just so I can go.
It's great. It's classic.
It's perfect, and I'm surprised nobody's thought of it either.
No one. You are an original, sir.
Too bad I can't reach up a little further. Oh, hey, by the way, gentlemen,
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Welcome, and very nice to meet you. Formally.
Yeah. Corey, this is 2020. Nice to meet you. Camera fist bump.
You got it, man.
Dave, what are you listening to? Some rap in the background there?
Yeah, some Method Man, yo. Got the Killer Bees on the roll.
Dude,
wow.
It's blaring, dude.
No, actually, it's low, but, noise gathering headphones. I didn't want to be like Corey and have spaghetti neck.
Oh, yeah. I know. I hear you, dude.
So it is like Hollywood Squares. I was thinking that earlier, too.
It is like Hollywood Squares. It is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
God, I can't even remember anybody that was on Hollywood Squares.
No, I have no idea. It was bizarre, though. But I think the Brady, you know what? We should actually try and get enough people on here one night to do the Brady Bunch. I think that would be killer.
I think I got one name. One name comes to mind. Phyllis Diller. Wasn't she a regular on the Hollywood Squares?
She was on Hollywood Squares, yeah.
Really? No shit.
Right? She came to mind. I can't picture anybody else, though.
What up, Steve? So Dave. How the hell are you? It's been
short answer. Everybody tells me I look good. I wish I felt half as good as people say I look.
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
Oh man, I'm fighting some residuals from the chemotherapy and shit.
Yeah.
I was on full regime. I did 25 rounds of radiation.
Wait, is that a rap group?
What,
cool.
25 rounds of radiation?
Cool. Well, that's it. Cool regime. The cool regime.
No, actually, that sounds more like a freaking 80s punk band.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
that's true.
Yeah, it does.
Screw the proletariat. Oh, by the way, parents, I think it would be a good time to send your kids to bed now because I do have a potty mouth.
Potty mouth's fine. We welcome the potty mouth.
Yeah, why not? It's just when I saw, by the way, mass hall.
Oh, that's great. Look at that.
I can't get my Connecticut.
We actually have a name for you guys.
Oh, really?
Most of the people from Connecticut are Connecticutans.
Dude,
wow,
I've used that term myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Unfortunately, most of them are the ones that are transplants from New York. That live in Connecticut now.
Yeah, a lot of them.
There's a lot of that happening right now, dude. There's so many people coming in from New York.
Major.
Yeah, it's happening here too, believe it or not. Now that they have the Acela running on a better basis, that's the high-speed Amtrak down to New York City.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's weird about it is it costs twice as much, but you only gain 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so people are actually commuting because, how often does somebody have to be in an office these days?
Not often.
Everybody can, telecommute. So.
Yep.
But back to your other question about how I'm feeling. Good days, bad days.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I did the full regime, 25 rounds of radiation.
Yeah.
While I was doing that, I was having one of the chemo medicines at the same time. And then I did 14 rounds of, Jim, and Corey, you're going to love the name of this medicine. It's called 5FU.
Wow. Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
We got 3 FUs on the screen, so we need, if we could get 2 more people to hop in here, we're going to make this medicine solid at 5 FUs.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what? We definitely have to do that, but I want the middle square, because that was Alice.
I'm still. Yeah. Everybody loved Alice.
Yeah, and everybody loves me, I'm told.
That's
There
true.
you
I
go.
don't know why. I don't know why.
All right. Speaking of transplants and all that stuff, are you originally a Boston dude or what? I don't know your history. Like
Born and raised Boston.
born and raised Boston.
You know, actually city. I'm in the burbs now, dealing with my whole ass cootie situation. Yes, that's the nickname we've coined for my colon cancer.
Gotcha.
There's a kinetic hunter actually in Massachusetts right now. One of my buddies. He's seeing his lady up in Mass. So look at that.
All right, Jeff. Hey, welcome to Massachusetts, man. But you know, just remember that Rhode Island is a banned travel state.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, the 14-day quarantine if you come from Rhode Island into Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we won't trash talk Rhode Island just because it's the rest area halfway between Boston and New York.
This is
Yep.
true. Yep.
You know, so a lot of good things come out of Providence.
Some really good restaurants in Providence.
You notice the room falls silent. All right, I got to take off my glasses. I've been liking not seeing everybody fuzzy.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, without them, I wouldn't be able to see anything.
I go back and forth all night. It's just the old man fucking brigade at certain points.
Dude, when I first got diagnosed, one of the things that they sent me was they sent me to an eye doctor, and I had to make the jump to old man glasses. I have bifocals now.
Oh man,
right.
Damn. Jeez.
No line bifocals, man.
Huh.
But my problem is I'm astigmatic. I have astigmatism, so everything's just a soft focus issue.
Yeah.
So I don't mind, it makes you guys look sexy, with a little soft glow around you.
Oh, nice.
So
Dave, I want to talk about our connection. I was talking earlier about the convention and stuff, and that was pretty much the first time we started chatting, and then of course a couple years worth of conventions. Obviously the tattoo thing brought us together, but I don't know much about like your involvement with all the tattoo convention scenes, how much you were doing at the time.
I am an international man of mystery. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know, the shit that I've done, just because, I keep a lot of it. There's a lot of different reasons. Confidentiality.
Yeah.
A lot of photography and stuff like that. There's a lot of big confidentiality that I can't disclose.
Right.
Corporate, stuff that I've done that I'll never get credit for because it was contracted out to somebody else.
Right.
So, hey, Christine. And so there's a lot that I don't talk about. Now, as for your and I connection, we had actually met a couple times prior at a couple different shows. And don't ask me to, say what show or whatever it was.
I would agree with you anyways because I can't remember it. I'm pride.
Oh, it was that show. We saw those people and that guy, he did that thing.
Yeah. That's right.
That thing with the thing.
There was a guy, the guy doing this and the guy doing this, and
yeah.
And it was actually Paul Cap Yeti.
Yeah.
That actually brought you and I back together. Well, I shouldn't say back together because it makes it sound like we had broke up and there were harsh words. You took a dog.
Turned your backs on each other and walked separate directions.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, the actually after as some time went by, I wasn't really doing too many conventions and stuff, but I think the one post of Paul and I you posted, there was obviously he commented, I commented, and that kind of got us talking a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I think I have those pics. I think there were these photos. Yeah.
Yeah. That was 2002, 2003, maybe.
I think it's the right next to Dan Hank, right?
Oh yeah, look at that, danhank.com.
Yeah. So there's the big
Yeah,
man.
He didn't have his mohawk that year.
No, I didn't. Me? Dan.
No, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Dan always has Liberty spikes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's always got something big going on. I just grew mine back out. I had the electric blue hawk.
The electric
until
blue
a couple
hawk.
of weeks ago.
So Did you keep up with doing conventions, Dave, after, because I stopped doing Boston after a certain point. I can't remember what you, and are you still going and stuff or what? Or not right now, but I mean up to recent times. You know.
All right. The last convention that I did was the New Hampshire show, the Live Free or Die tattoo convention.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was actually 2 days after I was diagnosed with cancer.
After
I had the colonoscopy done. Long story, man. I was actually sick for about 4 months prior to the diagnosis.
Oh, wow.
But they couldn't figure out what was going on because there was no signs of cancer in my blood.
Yeah.
You know, but I kept having a reoccurring abscess in my right bilateral muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
So that just led to, finding that out. I had the diagnosis, and as I was walking out after the colonoscopy, my phone rang. It was the surgeon. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, just got the word." He goes, "Yeah, I'm looking at the tapes now." He goes, "When can you be in my office?" I go, "Well, I'm just leaving the hospital now." He's like, "Well, I'm right next door. Come over."
Yeah.
So I walked over there, and he's like, "I want to get you in fast, and get this out of you." So I was like, "All right, I'll cancel my plans for the weekend." He's like, "No, wait, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm photographing a tattoo convention." He's like, "I want you to photograph the convention." He goes, "You're going to be in surgery the following Tuesday."
No shit.
So that was a Thursday. I went to the convention on Friday, 102 temperature.
Oh.
Doctor gave me this medicine to take my temperature down and a bunch of pain pills, which I don't like taking the pain pills.
Yeah.
So I traded them.
Plenty of people interested in those.
Oh yeah. So hey Christine, hey, how's it going? Can she hear me?
You can.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had me blocked, from the general public because of my,
Oh no.
No. I only have one censor button on here because of the times. It's just the
That's it.
No problem. All right. Good. Thank you. I can appreciate that. So I went to the convention, and it's funny because I was photographing that convention pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
I think I missed like 3 years of their convention, maybe 4. But I remember checking into the hotel, and over the years, you make connections at hotels. You become friends with staff and stuff.
Sure.
And one of the ladies on staff there was, "Oh, you look sick. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got some bad news yesterday." So we talked, and they hooked me up. They comped me breakfast every morning, room service into their room. They went and overrode the AC in my room and set it at 50 degrees and put another AC unit, one of the portable ones in my room.
No shit.
So it was enough that when I started to get overheated and my temperature went up, I went up to the room.
Yeah.
Literally just changed clothes, because I was sweating so bad.
Yeah.
Worked, photographed, those 3 days, plus did a bunch of model stuff. And got home Monday. Monday afternoon, I was at the hospital. They do a pre-surgery testing. It's a class on how to be passed out and get operated on. Yeah, I don't get it, but they give you this special antimicrobial soap.
Right.
They want you to wash with.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went there, got that. The next morning, I'm at the hospital, 5 a.m. I'm not shitting. I was actually in the operating room by 5:30.
Oh shit.
And then it was 6 hours of surgery.
So
then from there, it's been the healing process.
So basically, it's like you get the news, you go to this convention, do some work, sweat through it, over the weekend to the doctor's office, into surgery. It was like boom, right? So Are you like processing this stuff that's happening? Or are you just in like overdrive? You're just like, this is what's going to happen. Let me do my thing. Like, are you like bugged out, freaked out, or shocked or anything? Or were you just busy working and like, fuck it, boom, 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 right up to surgery? What was going on at that point in your head?
The short answer to that is yes. All of the above, man. I was a nervous wreck. All right. When I first got diagnosed, literally the first two things that popped into my head were, dude, you have two routes of action at this point. You can A, let it consume you, curl up in a ball, and let it go, or B, keep moving forward, man, keep rolling. And anybody that knows me knows that option A isn't even on the table.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had no other choice but to keep moving and keep doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, to just drop it. Christine Bashir, has commented a couple of times. She's a cancer warrior herself, man. That girl has she's got more balls than anybody I know, man. That girl, she is a true warrior. I got a lot of respect for that girl.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
So I had a chance to chat with Christine a little bit. She grabbed some CKD stuff too, which was awesome. Thanks to you. Before doing the convention stuff, that strictly tattoo stuff, were you doing or are you doing anything? I know shit's just crazy right now, but other photography, because I see the stuff that you post on Instagram now, and it's awesome. But were you doing any like working stuff, like particular things like in the past before the tattoo shit, or?
Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of corporate stuff. I've done a lot of band stuff. I've gotten to go on tour with a couple bands. Yes, you'd know the names. No, I can't really mention them. But
can you like make symbols so we can kind of guess who they are? Are they Boston-based bands?
Well, when you rain in blood.
Oh goodness! Wow!
Yeah.
Wow! The Backstreet Boys. Oh my God!
I was wondering, are you trying to figure that out?
That's great! Wow!
No, I usually get hired, by somebody in the band, somebody in the staff. So I get different rules and regulations than a lot of photographers. Like most photographers, when they do live music, are only allowed to stay for the first 3 songs. And it's a liability thing, because you notice usually after the 3rd song, the house lights go down. That's when they start doing their pyrotechnics. They start doing all their other stuff. Last thing they want is they want a photographer in the pit, down in front in the cattle pit. So a lot of photographers get to go. Me? No. I usually get to stay. Usually, it's a whole different thing. I've got pictures that will never go to publication.
Yeah.
I just will not release the rights to them just because of the story.
Right.
See, that's a big problem I've got is, and you guys know, being artists, sometimes it's extremely hard putting a value on what you do.
Oh yeah.
Jim and I have actually talked about this before.
Yeah.
I derive so much pleasure on seeing somebody look at one of my pieces of art and say, wow, yeah, I get it. Then I'm usually like, oh, hey, okay, take it. Because
really, man, really, I can have it. Really, no, take it.
I'll make another one.
Well, I'm an 80s punk rock kid from Boston. When we were growing up and we were on the streets, you made some stupid, silly little thing out of fucking, twist ties that you found off of bread,
Hell yeah.
Things. And you trade it with your friends. Oh, you got a sub? Hey man, I'll give you this ring for that half a sandwich.
Wow.
And you literally just develop a whole different mentality, man.
Yeah.
It's like those the rings, that I make. I don't know how familiar you are or you've seen them. The coin rings.
We've seen them.
Oh yeah.
I learned how to make those from an old biker dude in a bar in New Mexico.
Nice.
No doubt.
Yeah, I was like 19 years old, 18 years old, hitchhiking across country, and it was in this bar because, the drinking age was still low there.
Yeah.
And I'm in the bar and I'm, sitting next to this guy and I saw the ring on his finger and I was like, oh, that's a cool ring. It looks like a coin. He's like, yeah, he takes it off. He hands it to me and I'm looking at it. and I'm trying to figure out how he did it. And he looks at me and he goes, "You buy me a beer, and I'll tell you how I did it."
No doubt.
No shit.
That's awesome.
I bought him a beer. He told me how to do it. Of course, I wrote everything down.
Yeah.
And about 2 months later, when I got home, I made my very first one.
No doubt, man.
Actually, I still have the ring. I pretty much wear it every day.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were going to talk about that, actually. I had documented to bring up. You brought it up a little earlier, but yeah, man. I mean, I saw some of those pictures, man. It's phenomenal. And then Jimmy and I were talking about it a little bit before. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I mean, so one of the things I wanted to know, and I'm sure a lot of the folks on here, and I wanted to bring up is, now that you've told us like how, where you learned, because that was one of the questions we were going to ask you, but where could we get them? Like, are these available? Like, do you have like a Facebook page or anything like that? I mean, dude, these things are awesome, man. They're really cool.
Well, first off, thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much. I appreciate that. I do sell them.
Okay.
The main problem I have right now is these things.
Yeah.
The neuropathy is really hard on my hands right now. I was telling you earlier, Jim, that it's actually been a rough few days.
Yeah.
The residuals kind of creep up on you.
Yeah.
It's like this morning I couldn't even move my hands. I mean, drawing on my iPad now, I have to use a grip.
Yeah.
Which helps out a lot, actually. So, I took a tattoo machine grip, opened it up, to it's just a little bit bigger than the Apple Pencil, and now I can hold on to it.
No.
So, yes, the rings are available. What I have a lot of standard regular U.S. coin rings, mostly $50.
Yeah.
And those generally run between $60 and $80, depending on the coin.
Yep.
There's a lot that goes into it because people don't get to realize mine are all 100% made by hand. There's no electric, no pneumatic, no hydraulic. I don't heat them.
And that's fascinating to me because Jimmy said that. And I'm like, how? I'm like, how is that even possible?
The ones that are kind of, they're funneled, are they like on their way to being done? Or is that like halfway through the process? Or
Yep. What I do is, I take the ring and I punch a hole dead center in it. You can't really drill a hole, in a ring. If you try to clamp the outside, it's going to spin.
Right.
And I want to keep that knurling, the ribs on the outside of the coin, the quarters and stuff.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because that actually adds a real nice effect to the ring. It actually shows, Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, Kathy. I got to move a little, closer. Hey, Ben, you know what? I might as well.
Hey, join the club. Woohoo!
Oh, God, I didn't realize how dirty they are. I think that's probably why I took them off. So what I do is I punch a hole dead center in the ring, and I take it and put it on what's called a jeweler's mandrel.
Yep.
And it's basically a tapered steel stick.
Yep.
And I use a nylon teardrop hammer, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a teardrop-shaped hammer. And slowly tap the ring so it folds like this. So the stage that you had asked about when they were conical, cone-shaped, Jim?
Yeah.
I tap them out to that point so I can make sure that they're symmetrical. That the center hole is in a line with the outer hole. Because if that original hole wasn't punched, dead center, that ring is going to actually be at an angle when you get it all hammered out and stuff like that.
Wow,
mostly what I'm doing now for ones that I'm making are custom, very specific for specific people.
Yeah.
Like Jim commented on a ring that I actually let go from my personal collection.
Yeah.
He was interested in it, and the kid that got it's a really nice kid. So I'm happy that it went to somebody. Good. But it was 1904 Japanese half yen.
Yeah, that was rad, dude. I liked it a lot.
Oh.
Pre-Japanese expansionism when samurais still, roamed there. Earth. You listen to me speaking like a Boston guy, eh?
Yeah, they were on the
You know, when they fucking fell off the edge of the earth, kid.
fucking samurai. Yeah.
You know what? You know, all I care about is if he fucking goes into the bar, he better be buying the beer. All I gotta say. And thank you, Jeff Sherwood.
Yeah, he's got his fucking katana. Fucking samurai. So the if people want to see him or get a hold of you, is the easiest way to contact you is that Instagram right now, Dave?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. It pings me and lets me know somebody wants to talk.
All right.
You know, right now I'm just basically selling what I've got made. There are a couple that I have that I am going to be making. I think I found the coin for you, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I think let me make sure I've got it before I say any more.
All right.
But if I can get the one that I want and that I think, you are going to fall in love, you know. And I'm trying to get 2 of them.
Nice.
So just wait and see.
So that's awesome. I appreciate it. That's killer, man.
That's the ring story. And if you go to my Instagram, you know, people can see. You just got to scroll around a little bit.
Yeah.
But you'll see videos of the rings. Usually I post just before a final polish and sanding. And the reason for that is when they're very high gloss, you know, like when they're all polished out, it's really hard sometimes to get a picture because of the light, you know, reflection and all that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a reason. And usually there's some interesting music playing in the background.
Yeah. Some other interesting sounds going on in the background. We don't know what it is, but there's some interesting sounds.
I want to talk to you. It's a little bit of a public service announcement for everybody. Cat juggling is making a return. We really need to do something about this.
Is it now?
Are we supporting that people should do it, or are we trying to ban it? What are we? What
anti.
Oh,
anti. Didn't you see the movie The Jerk?
Yeah.
when everybody was asking him for money and the guy shows up, he goes, "This is the current problem that we're having: cat juggling." And they showed the Mexican guy.
Yeah.
Juggling cats. Oh, come on, get with it here. Follow the lights, man. Watch the.
Oh man.
Okay. Since you guys got a script, why? What's next?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
No, it's more like notes. Just some notes.
Let's see. Number 10. Don't mention the lack of Dave's shaving his face. Number 11. Don't make him stand up because he doesn't have any pants on.
No, actually, no, I got pants.
I was gonna take mine off actually, but
we're going there already.
So one thing I want to ask you, I know that when social media kind of started coming up more, which was MySpace, ultimately Facebook, etc., there was like my web guy, the guy that was doing my website for Lucky Soul Tattoo, was like he hated social media. He's like, fuck them, fuck this, it's killing web designers. But I want to know how you feel about the photography camera specifically because of all the smartphones with cameras. Like, have you noticed a change or a dip in anything where people are like, well, I can do it myself, man, like that kind of shit? Was it like, did you notice that technological change with photographers, anything like that? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of an interesting topic and a very, very long subject.
Yeah.
Because there's been a ripple effect all the way down from the like top media photographers all the way down to the freelance guys that work at their local picayune paper.
Yeah.
You know, to, you know, people that are just, you know, photographers that submit photos to different things. I mean, there's a major newspaper in this country that when the whole social media craze really started to boom and kick off, called all of their photography staff and writing staff into a meeting and proceeded to fire all the photographers and make all of the reporters take a class in cell phonography.
Really?
There actually is a term, cell phonography.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, now that brings up an interesting point. I'm not anti-cell phone. I'm not anti-technology. I'm not anything. It's all about what you do with what you've got. You know,
right.
I mean, think about this. What were people doing 50, 100 years ago with basically a box with a hole and a piece of glass in front of it?
Yeah.
Now, has this technology ruined it? It ruins how people look at things because everybody's instant gratification right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, the statistics are is everybody wants everything yesterday. You know, so that's why the days of dark rooms are, I don't want to say gone because there's a strong movement to keep them.
Yeah.
I actually have some great film cameras that I still use.
Yeah, man.
And it's not that pretentious art, keep it alive kind of thing, you know. It's because I like it. It's how I was brought up. You know, it's how I really cut my teeth in the photography world. You know, I run into a lot when people contact me. Now, I don't do weddings, but I'm going to use weddings as an example so I don't offend anybody because everybody knows I don't do weddings. So there's some serious things about the photography industry. Now, number one, I'll have somebody contact me about doing a wedding. We'll talk, we'll negotiate, I'll give them a price, and they'll turn around and say, wow, that's expensive. You know? And they're like, oh, well, my niece just got a camera. She needs the experience. We'll have her do it.
I'm sure you loved it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, no, I hear that quite a bit, you know. And the reason I don't do weddings is there's just so much stress involved for me.
Oh, God.
Let's say you and your wife contact me to do your wedding. You know, we sit down, we talk. We go over everything. We decide on the wedding book. After the wedding's over, I give you that wedding book. I will guarantee that one, if not both of you, will say, oh, no, I wish that picture wasn't next to Uncle Morty. You know, they don't like it. I mean, it's serious. It happens all the time.
You're right, though. You're absolutely right.
And then you have when I'm at the wedding, trying to focus, trying to, you know, stay because you know what? There's a formula. You got to get the bride. You got to get the groom. You got to get the bride and groom. You got to get the bride with her parents, the groom with his parents. Yeah. There's a checklist of pictures that you got to get, and you got to kind of give your own spin to it too.
Right.
So, you know, when you're doing that, 90% of the time, I've got people, you know, trying to distract me, telling me, "Hey, why don't you take a picture of me?" And you know, doing the kung fu pose or something like that. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. Hats off to wedding photographers. It's a cash cow, man.
Sure.
You know, it's the only photography that's really making money these days.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because everybody, I'm guilty of it, man. Jim, Corey, you guys follow my Instagram page. You see all those flower pictures that I post?
Yeah, man.
Those are all cell phone pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
If you see a flower picture, it's a cell phone picture.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, I shoot a lot with my cell phone, man, and I'm using an old iPhone 6S.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it isn't so much what you have for equipment; it's how you use what you got, man.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
I photographed half a tattoo convention once with a cell phone just to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I think 8 of my cell phone pictures actually got published.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a great point because it has a lot to do with the, I mean, I think not just taking a picture, but capturing some kind of moment, basically.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Well, that brings up the perfect point of this. I really don't care how good the technology gets.
Yeah.
You know, it will never know when to push the button.
Yeah. That's a good point.
It will never know what to put in that frame. You know, what you want to focus on.
Yeah.
You know, technology will always be, especially photography technology, will always be based on the 18% gray theory. Every camera that's ever had a sensor something that reads the light. It's calibrated to 18% gray. Basically, that's almost old hot top. So little stupid things like focus your camera on that for a second, and it helps calibrate your camera before you take another. I practice kamikaze photography, man. I'm an old film shooter. In, out, one shot. I don't want to hang out with you, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to. When I'm at a convention, man, I got a lot of people to see. I got a lot of people to talk to.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
People are like, oh, man, that's great. You get to walk around, take pictures, I go, yeah, think about this. I'm on my feet, a concrete floor. All those places, a concrete floor. On my feet with 15, 20 pounds of camera gear around my neck.
Yep.
Having to go, squat down, take a picture, stand up, talk to a person, turn around, walk down to the next booth, rinse, wash, repeat.
Yeah, right.
And think about doing that for 14 hours a day. And trying to get the shot that's flattering of that artist.
Right.
Because you think about it, there's a lot of I'm trying to be very political about this, guys.
Are you looking for?
There's a certain way that tattoo media has gone.
Okay.
If you look at the new tattoo magazines and stuff like that, they're almost softcore porn.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll start buying them again. Actually,
See, my thing is this: I don't care if it's some big, ugly, stinky guy, man. If he's got a good tattoo, he's got a good tattoo, and I want to get a picture of it.
Sure.
No, you're not. No, you're not stinky. Your wife already told me.
No. No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
And it's a lot of work for very little gratification. But I have a passion for photography, man. Photography is something I've always done. I've tried pretty much every style of it. I'm sure that I have mercury poisoning or something. Because I've done the glass plate work. I've done a traditional style.
Yeah, that's wild.
So how long have you been doing it? Like, did you start when you were really young, or did something you just fall into when you got a little older?
All right. So do you guys want to?
It's going on at least 70 years, I think. Right now, it's been about 70 years.
You grabbed the whiskey, so this must be a good story.
Oh no, Corey.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, Bond, Corey.
Oh, we've got a lot of stories.
14, having a little 14-year-old over here.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So you guys want to hear the story
of
how Dave got into photography?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I like to call this my Willy Wonka moment.
Oh.
So I got an uncle that worked for Polaroid for 40 years. And when I was about 11 years old, 10, 11 years old, somewhere around there, I got brought to a family day at Polaroid. So after about 15 minutes, typical 11-year-old response, ooh, another cubicle, ooh, another assembly line, ooh. Well, this guy comes out and he goes, hey, you look bored. How would you like to help me in the darkroom?
Oh.
I had known what a darkroom was, and it always kind of intrigued me. So I was like,
you said the same thing to me at the Boston Tattoo Convention. I thought it was weird because I didn't know there was a darkroom there. But
no, Jim, I held up a bag of candy and a missing puppy poster and said, "Would you come to my van?"
Come to my dark van. I mean, my dark room.
So I go in there with this guy, and it was instantly magic, man. It was like alchemy. This guy's taking paper, light, some chemicals, mixing them together, and getting this tangible, viewable thing. To me, that was a superpower. Man, this guy's freezing time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wound up being in there with him for 5 hours. Didn't realize how long it was. They called for lunch. And I'm sitting out there with my uncle, and I'm doing the explaining. like an 11-year-old. I'm like, and then we, and then I, and then he, you know.
And then.
And the guy came over and he goes, Dave, I got so much done in the darkroom, man. I would feel bad if I didn't pay you. He's like, you were a big help. And I was like, oh, you taught me so much. Thank you. So I looked at my uncle. My uncle said, okay. And this guy puts a box down in front of me. I open up the box, and inside the box is a brand new Polaroid SX70 camera. You know, remember the ones that you pulled from the top and they came up? You know, they were bound in leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had that. It had the flash that went with it, the carrying case, and 20 packages of film and 20 coupon books. Each one was 20 coupons for free film.
Wow.
My uncle turns and looks at the guy and says, wow, Dr. Land, thank you very much. It was the founder of Polaroid.
Come on.
That I was actually in the darkroom with, man.
Oh, come on,
That's
man.
insane.
No, that's pretty intense, man.
So that's like my Willy Wonka moment. You
Wow.
know, it's like, that's when I got, you know, my golden ticket, man. You know, that's kind of,
No shit.
you know.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
That is fantastic story.
So, I mean, dude, I've lived a good life, man. I've gotten to, I've got stories.
More stories.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
That really is. That's such a great story.
So, Dave, I want to, you know, we I feel like we connected. It was almost more recently now how long has it been since did you kind of wind down with certain treatments for the cancer? Did you because you were getting a lot of them, but did you get, like, at one point you were posting about the last certain type of treatment, I believe, right?
Yeah. I as I said earlier, man, I did the 25 rounds of radiation,
right,
plus 5 weeks of the chemotherapy at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I did 14 full chemo treatments after that. It's funny because I actually finished up, of all days, April 1st.
Oh,
was my very last chemo day.
Oh, wow.
April Fools.
Yeah, right.
So that was my last chemo day. Now, what I'm dealing with now is the residual side effects of all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
Because the radiation basically cooks you. So, I mean, I've got, like, where it all took place. It's like hardened tissue around there now.
Yeah.
It's not a bother to me, but it's something that they want to watch. You know, there are a couple other things that they found that I'm in, like, a holding pattern on. But what I'm dealing with now mostly is I have chronic pain in my hands. I mean, that's 24/7. It feels like little people are trying to pry my fingers apart at the joints. And then the neuropathy. I've got certain things that are happening now, like my pinkies want to go, for some reason, feel comfortable on the backside of my ring fingers. You know, I can straighten it out and I can fix it and stuff, but it just winds up drifting back over there.
Right.
Because I just don't have the feeling. And the problem I'm having with my drawing is my right index finger keeps wanting to migrate over my ring finger.
Yeah.
So I start drawing, you know, say like I'm doing a sweeping line. So I start out with the pen upright, and by the time I get to the end of that line, that pen's at, you know, a 70-degree angle in my hands now, and I'm like, why am I drawing a feather? You know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, man. Luckily, I kind of stepped away from drawing for a long time. You know, I just kind of it's one of those things that I do when when the urge hits me. But through this whole thing, it's been therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know, it's been how I've been keeping my fingers nimble, how I've been keeping able to do stuff.
Sure.
Don't ask me to thread something together.
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen. You know, that was the thing. I usually have 3/4 inch tunnels that are threaded on the back in my ears.
Oh, right.
And and I took them out to clean them.
Yeah.
And because of my neuropathy, I can't thread them back on.
Yeah.
You know, so I put some 5/8 captive bead rings in my ears, but realized I don't like danglies.
What about janglies? Like janglies?
No, yeah. So I don't speak that language either. Do you speak janglies?
I think
No.
whatever.
Maybe we can make that language up, though.
Well, I think we were well in the process of doing that right now.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple of like really like key points that you'd posted about when you were going through stuff that at some point I saw something and it kind of made me just want to reach out and be like, you know, I mean, I see people going through whatever it is they're going through, and then you in particular, you know, having these memories of just it's all, you know, it's tattoo life, it's fun, photography, just connecting. Yeah, what's up? Or crazy weekends. So I kind of hit me. I was like, oh man, this fucking sucks. So, and then it was almost like at the same time, the beginning of this year, I launched the Crush, Kill, Destroy stuff, and there were these messages that I think you were in your shit in Crush, Kill, Destroy in itself that just kind of spoke to you, I think. So you started paying attention to the shirts I was doing. I got some stuff out to you, which you've been gracious enough to photograph on people, which is awesome. So it was neat to have that time period to kind of that was a really strong reconnection for me personally with you. And I'm glad, I'm super grateful. I really appreciate the interest that you've taken in it and the time that you've taken to do photographs and stuff, and to be able to just, you know, I'll post something and you reiterate it and like, yeah, fucking Crush, Kill, Destroy, hell yeah, going through what you're going through and at least latching onto a tiny bit of it and maybe finding some kind of strength. And then, you know, you've turned a couple of people on that have reached out to me to buy some stuff and to identify with some of the mottos and shit in their own way, whatever it is they're going through. You know what I mean?
Well, I remember exactly when this had happened. It was when you had posted the very first picture before you had even, you know, gone public with it.
Right.
You know, this was like this was still in the, waiting to see what's coming up, wait to see what was going on. And that's when I reached out to you. I sent you a message and I was like, dude, you know, I really dig this message, man. I like it a lot. You know, I want to see where it goes. And it kind of resonated with me and with how, like I told you, I had two options. Option A, curl up in a ball, let it consume me. Right. Option B, keep rolling with it, moving forward. So it was kind of, I mean, I'm in the middle of some deep shit, man. I'm in the middle of some stuff that, you know, they're pumping fucking a neurotoxin in me. You know, that's how they found chemotherapy is during World War I. If you died in a mustard gas attack and you had a known carcinoma or melanoma, you were brought to a special hospital and they would measure the tumors and they were realizing mustard gas was making the tumors shrink. So all chemotherapy is just synthetic mustard gas.
Wow.
So, ta-da. But modern medicine, dude. So, and it kicks my ass, man. But the message out of everything that, you know, I had been going through, I had started meditating. I'm not a religious person, but Nietzsche and Buddhism, you know, is what speaks to me. You know, everything's cause and effect. Everything, you know, everything is connected, and I'm not that silly 7 degrees of separation. I mean, it's a lot deeper than that. You know, I mean, everything is, you know, everything has a cause and reaction. You know,
absolutely, yeah.
So when you had said that, and I had reached out that very first time, that's when we had kind of started really talking again. You know, and here we are today, you know, madly in love, you know, about to run off and, you know, become cat parents.
I mean, this is that's really what it's all about. Yeah.
You know, so
I just want to get back in the dark room, baby. Just want to.
Jim, I would take you into a dark room anytime.
Oh man!
Let me make a note to edit that part out.
I thought, are we on the 5-minute delay?
I think it's only 20 seconds, and typically, I only need 2 minutes. So,
Well, I just want to let you guys know that you're also not only dealing with me with a 14-year-old Scotch, but I'm also running 2 days of Insomniatic. So yeah, it's sleep's been an issue. So I'm a little bit on the giggly side right now myself.
Good. Hey, Nicole brought up juggling cats.
So she did.
Yeah.
Was it in reference to my? See,
I don't really know. It's ironic. You brought it up earlier, and now we're hearing about it from Nicole. I guess it's a thing.
No, I told you, man. You got to see the movie The Jerk.
Oh yeah.
Classic. Oh no, I know. It's been years since I've seen that. I mean,
Corey, stop trying to be one of the cool kids.
Think about that. Steve Martin was at 81.
Corey, just admit you never saw that. You never saw the Goonies. Come on.
As a matter of fact, I was going to go to the Goonies. I was going to try to take my son to a movie today, like in the theaters reopening, and actually, that's in the theaters right now.
Oh, it was
great movie for the theater.
Yeah, Goonies was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't go, but yeah, that's actually in the theaters right now. You can go watch it on a big screen again. It's pretty funny.
I'd like to see them do The Princess Bride, in the theaters again on the big screen.
Right, that's another one.
Yeah, dude, that'd be killer.
Oh, absolutely, no question.
So Jim and I go back a long way and have been party to some interesting stuff over the years.
I bet.
Like one of my favorite convention stories, Jim was at, actually. And I was actually talking to you outside like 3 minutes before it happened. And that was, I'm trying to think of the year. It had to have been 02, 03 at the Cyclorama.
Yeah, first 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, because the first one was in 01.
Yeah.
So yeah, 02. I got done talking to Jim, and I go inside. And as I'm walking in, I'm hearing somebody scream out my name. Dave, 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 come here. And it's Rom.
Yeah.
So I go over and I was like, what's up? He's like, Dave, I can retire now. I can throw my machines away. I don't have to do anything more. This guy just told me he did the best tattoo in the world. So I look at the guy. I'm like, all right, man. So show me the tattoo. He's like, oh, it's the guy over at my booth. So I was like, okay, cool, man. Go get him. Give it a quick wipe. Bring a wipe with you. And come on back over, and I'll take a look at it. So the guy's like, all right, man, I'm going to run over. I'm going to wipe it down. I'll put a bandage on it, and I'll come back. I was like, no, don't put a bandage on it. Give it a wipe and come back. The guy looks at me puzzled for a second. Okay, well, give it a wipe. I'll take care of it, man, and then I'll put some saran wrap on it. It's like, no, dude, you're not listening. So this went on about 4 or 5 times. Finally, I looked at him. I was like, dude, just go get him. Bring the wipes and make sure you're gloved up. That's all. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I hear behind me Rom laughing, going, I look over my shoulder like, oh, you asshole. So this tattoo artist comes back, and as he's coming back, he's like almost down on his knees, wiping the guy's leg like every 3 feet. I'm just looking at it going, oh, man, no. The guy comes back over and he goes, all right, man, what do you think? And I look at it, and, of course, I give the obligatory, yeah, that's tattoo. The things.
Did it look like this?
Very, very, very close.
That was
very close. Hold on. Please allow me. I have the floor, James. The tattoo was one of those, a direct Joe Capobianco ripoff. Where the girl's boobs are bigger than her head.
Yeah.
The naughty nurse one. Yeah. I'm not kidding. It's an exact copy of one of Joe's pieces.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, took the obligatory picture. handed the guy that had the tattoo the model release. I'm like, fill this out. Do me a favor. On the back, write all the contact information about the artist and the tattoo. So that guy's cool. He's doing this thing. Now the artist is sitting there going, all right, so when this thing gets published, and I'm like, dude, I never know when they get published. I send a bunch of pictures in, they pick what they want, and that's it. That's how it goes,
Yeah.
He's like, well, I know it's going to get published. So when it gets published, I was like, dude, you're not listening to me. I never know. So he's like, well, how are you going to get in touch with me? I was like, well, I got all your contact information on the model release from the guy that has the tattoo, the one that I need to talk to. I don't need to talk to you, So he's like, all right, man, well, here's what I'll do, man. I'll go get you one of my business cards, shirt, and hat. I was like, dude, no, you don't have to do that. Please don't. I appreciate it. He's going on and on and on about it. Finally, I look at him and I was like, dude, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but listen, if you come over with a hat and a shirt, the minute you're gone, I'm going to take that hat and I'm going to fling it into the crowd. I go, no offense to you. I go, but I'm very picky about the hats that I wear. I got that weird Irish melon going on. So, and as it goes for the shirt, if I don't know you personally and I don't have any of your work on me, I am not going to advertise for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have to know your work. I have to know the quality of the work that you're doing.
Sure.
No offense, man. I appreciate it, but
Yeah.
I don't want to advertise for anybody. Nobody's out there advertising for me.
Sure.
Right.
Why the fuck am I going to, if it's somebody that I know and I can vouch for their work, as a matter of fact, for all you fucking people in the audience, you want to talk old school?
That's old school, buddy.
So all you people out there, second.
Put that shit on eBay.
Oh yeah, with the moth holes in it and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the shirt's been around for quite some time, son.
That's classic, man.
So Dave, you said your last treatment was on April 1st, right?
April Fool's Day, yep.
So that's like right smack dab in the middle of all this COVID chaos, right?
I have my last infusion April 1st. Okay?
Yeah.
That next Wednesday, I had to go and have the pump removed because I had to wear a pump for 3 days afterwards.
Okay.
I still have a port in my chest. It feels like a third nipple, actually.
Oh.
Hey, Jim, don't get excited. Don't get excited over my superfluous nipple.
I mean, there's three of us here. I'm just saying.
Oh, Roddy, you wanted to grab onto my teeth. So Wednesday, I go get the pump taken off. Now I'm feeling like crap. But I'm like, oh, cool. I got a couple days of feeling like crap. Then I'll start to feel a little bit better and start to be human again. I stopped at the store to grab some supplies before I got home. I walked in the door, turned the TV on, and that's when our lovely Governor Charlie Baker was like, so I'm ordering a stay-at-home order, and it's like that's when it began. So I went from being in lockdown and wearing a mask and all that stuff. Christine calls her a third nipple too. So I went from being in lockdown for a year and living with the mask and being conscious of hand washing and other people's dirtiness,
Yeah.
OPD.
From the frying pan into the fire, so to say.
Yeah.
So when I start hearing people bitch about it that have only been doing it, since April,
Sure.
I usually just turn around and say, dude, what the fuck have I been going through? What have I been doing? I've been doing this for a year and a half now.
Right.
You think I like it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. There's so many things that are just wrong with this whole situation. Not even just, my sickness and stuff like that, but the whole COVID thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, with me, it's just really bizarre that we are the only industrialized country in the world where you can go broke for medical bills.
Yeah.
That's very true.
We're the only industrialized country, that's like that.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad as fuck, man.
It is.
It really is. In a lot of ways.
Yeah, I just don't want to be, remembered as, that silly tattooed guy with the fucking ass cooties. I'm not going to let cancer define me.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
I mean, I'm going to fucking define it.
Yeah.
You know, I get a lot of people when I was really at my sickest, which is funny. Now my problem is mostly pain and neuropathy.
Yep.
You know, no physical sickness. You know, I mean, once in a while I get some nausea and stuff like that, because that's the shit's residual. It works in your system for up to a year after the chemo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I could be dealing with this for quite some time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've got some amazing friends that have helped me out along the way. Not even just Jim is amazing. Corey, you've been a beacon of support as well. You know, as long as we've been talking, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Namaste, motherfucker. Oh, look at the back of the hand, Jim.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not a Buddhist. I'm kind of a half Buddhist.
Yeah, man.
So,
that's sweet.
It's awesome.
That is killer.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
but you don't strike me as someone, you know, your attitude, even from like the captions on some of your posts, plus, you know, like, you know, you said before about keep rolling, keep moving forward. I mean, obviously those are choices that we make, right? Like you said, there's a choice you could crawl in a ball. There's a choice to just got to just grab this whole cancer thing by, you know, right by the horns and try to ride it right into the ground and then move forward, you know. And I mean, does any of the, you know, does anything of the mottos or certain things from, you know, what Jim's put together, things you've seen, the different types of shirts, does any motto, like anything just kind of resonate more with you over something, like one thing or the other? I mean, again, you come off like, and even your ingenuity, like the thing you did with the pencil you showed before, like to try to, you know, you don't throw pencils down because you're having trouble holding it. You figure out a way to make
a pencil down, because if I caught another artist throwing a pencil down, I'd smack him upside the head. All right, that's like one of the worst things you can do to a pencil. All right,
right.
But no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, is it frustrating? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Have I broken down and cried like a little baby? Yeah, I have, man. You know, something like this will make you question immortality.
Oh.
You know, I mean, you think about it, man. 20 years ago, if you were diagnosed with stage 3C colon cancer, you know, that was a death warrant. I mean, you were done.
Yeah.
You know, they took my ascending colon, which is on the right side. It's what comes out of your stomach.
Yep.
And they took the cecum, which basically just helps regulate how much water is in your stool. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's not an important thing.
Gotcha.
My appendix, because it was right there and all inflamed from all this, and then half of the transcolon, which is the one that goes across the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So it was some serious surgery, man. You know, I mean.
Oh yeah.
It was
2, you said, right? Long time.
What?
6 hours, you said too, right?
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a 4.5 hour surgery, but there's a nerve that runs right there on 90% of the people.
Gotcha.
Well, it turns out I'm in the 10%, and they had to find it before they could operate.
Oh wow!
So it took them an hour just to find it. Turns out that nerve was actually by my kidney, and it was one of those things that if he accidentally nicked it, it would have caused severe damage to like my leg and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
I would rather have to spend a couple extra hours inside me.
Time well spent, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, I got a bitch and scar out of the deal, you know. So I mean, you know, because they're scars. They tell me chicks love scars. Come on, Sully. Come on, Sully. You wanna go, kid?
After surgery, you're down with the boss stones. You're like, look at my bitch and sky, man.
No boss tones. No dropkick Murphys.
No.
I mean, I remember when the Dropkick Murphys were a punk skinhead band.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how people don't remember that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And you know, I can appreciate their music and shit like that. You know, and I can appreciate Mighty Boss Tones, but this other music, you know, I mean,
So would you say, has that been like a big draw for you? Like in terms of, I mean, obviously, like you say, you seem pretty self-motivated. I mean, there's no question.
No, I'm a pretty lazy person actually. when you want to come to it,
with your mindset though, your mindset is on the straight and narrow. You know where you want to go with like what you're doing with right now. But do you draw on anything like music? Like, do you sit back and get lost in anything like that, or do you throw yourself into photography? Yeah.
I love music. I love all music. There is not the freeze. You know, just remember, this is Boston, not LA. So, you know, if you start bringing up Jerry's Kids and other stuff like that, we're going to get way off topic.
Another show.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to pretend that I didn't forget what we were talking about just before this.
No, it's about influence. The things that influence you to help.
Music. Yeah, dude. You know, I mean, I love all types of music. Like, one of the best ways that I get introduced to music is NPR does this show called Tiny Desk Concerts.
Oh,
yeah.
And if you don't know it, you should.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the actual name of the show is Tiny Desk Concerts, All Songs Considered. And they'll get everything from, you know, some busker, you know, a guy that plays on street corners in Louisiana, up to like the Rolling Stones, and they put him in a little office, and they've got to perform there. Yeah. So Nick Cave has performed there, the Pixies have performed there. You know, it's like all these different people, but they have music from all over the world too. Like I discovered the a band called the Tuareg. And they're Moroccan Bedouins that were just recently introduced to like modern Western instruments. Wow. So you'll see some guy playing, you know, a beautiful electric guitar, and the guy standing next to him is playing percussion on a giant beetle nut shell, using a piece of pipe on his fingers, you know?
Crazy.
You know, everything from that to like, I love a lot of the Latin rhythm.
Yep.
You know, I mean, like Cuban jazz just always excites me. The Afro-Cuban All-Stars, Buena Vista Social Club.
Yeah, Buena Vista. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Buena Vista.
Good stuff. That's awesome.
So yeah, music. Yeah, I've drawn a lot of inspiration. But that's been my whole life, man.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Music. Yeah, music's just one of those things that, you know, a conveyance of emotion and thought, you know. I mean, good music, any music, if you listen to it, will inspire something.
Absolutely.
Good, bad, right, wrong, negative, will bring something. Even the fact that you say, no, I don't like the song. That's a reaction to it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Evokes emotion for sure. Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mean, you've done some unbelievably great photography with you know, all the folks up your way with the shirts and stuff, and I know Jimmy appreciates the hell out of it. I think it's great. You know, again, trying to push this message. It's one that I think that, you know, like in talking to Jimmy and then I having had a chance to get to know you. I mean, like he expressed a lot about how he felt like you were like an epitome of sort of that message. Like just someone that's just no bullshit, just kind of drive forward, get through what you got to get through, and keep it moving. And I think it's
like
the photograph.
Hold on a second, Jim. Corey, you asked a question earlier, and it's kind of been dancing in my head a little bit, you know, because I've been trying to figure out exactly the right answer for this. But you asked me if there was a specific message or
like a
motto from the whole CKD thing that resonates with me. And I would have to say that is one of the first ones. And it's the rectangle, crush, kill, destroy, do what you do it damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, just plain, simple. I'm a minimalist.
Yep.
You know, I like, you know, simple. And that one shirt has made it up into regular rotation with me.
Nice.
Just because that motto, you know, kill, crush, destroy, do what you do it damn good.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter what it is, man, but, you know, keep it on the positive side. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's it.
You know, kill your inhibitions, crush your crush hatred, crush negativeness.
Exactly. That's it, man.
And kill whatever the hell keeps you from doing what you do.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, man. Just like that.
Yeah, I think
it is a positive message. I have a lot of people that have asked, well, is that negative or positive? Well, think about it. And then of course the people that are around our age always have to do the Robbie the Robot.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. If you watch any sports highlights reel from ESPN, you're going to hear the word crush, kill, or destroyed probably 10 times in that reel, because they reference those things as positive things. They crushed that home run. He killed that. He destroyed that pitch, whatever it is. It is very positive. And I think people need to be made aware that it absolutely is a positive thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think the goal was to have especially the do what you do it damn good there was this unified thing. It was like you said, Dave, no matter what the fuck you were doing, just do it. Just do it. If you're fucking bagging groceries at the grocery store, just fucking do it and do a good job and take some.
Own what you do.
Yeah.
Own what you do.
You know what? No, one thing that was told to me many, many, many years ago, and Jim, you might want to raise your glass again to this one, but to advice from Lyle Tuttle. Lyle was. Let's have a drink first.
Cheers, Lyle.
Lyle used to call me his illegitimate bastard child. Lyle told me, one thing you've got to keep in your head. Now, you got to remember, I'm a 19-year-old art school student, walking around with my Pentex K1000, at a tattoo convention in the late 80s. When they were still like the Wild West. And Lyle told me two things. Number one, the tattoo industry has a way of chewing up people and spitting them out. Always keep your head. And the other thing was to keep in mind that you're only as good as the last thing you did. Everything else that you did is great memories, but what does that do for you in the future?
Right.
Where do you go from here? Keep that in mind. Where do you go from here? Yeah. And that's with anything. Where do you go? Keep moving forward.
That's it.
How can you make it better?
One of the reasons why I started Crush, Kill, Destroy.
So,
where do I go from here?
So I know where we're going to go from here.
Oh, yes.
We're going to do something kind of funny. So,
wait, you know what? I want to look at actually Dave's some of these photos. Cause I don't know if a lot of these people that jumped on realized that you trying to make it clear, obviously, the photos that you've taken and allowed me to use on the Instagram page. There's a little mashup, and I want to just say that I put this little mashup together of a couple of photos, Dave. It's a couple seconds, but not like you said, no matter what it is you're shooting with. I watched this thing, I edited it and put it together, and then over and over, and it's like they started to not just be pictures that you took. I started to see, I don't know these people, these are friends of yours and maybe a support system, and I started to see there was this with the particular shirt on and the eyes, there was like this capture of the essence of the person, their personalities coming through. I've reached out to a couple, said, hey Dave, allowed me to use this photo, thank you so much. Just in the 2-second response from this person, the personality comes through. I'm like, these are rad people that Dave knows. So I'm going to show this little clip. They're obviously, I just want to make sure people realize that you took these. How you like that music, huh? Huh?
Nice. I do have to say, I like your taste in music and your videos.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to know some amazing people who have helped me out quite a bit during my trials, especially this last year and a half. I have a very strong connection to Manchester, New Hampshire. I've got some really solid people up there.
Yeah.
Jeff Laside, the owner of Top Shelf Tattoo, and I hope you don't mind me giving a couple plugs here.
No, please do, man. Please do.
Jeff Laside's like a brother to me, man. He is an amazing artist. The people that he has in there, Phil Pucci is a great guy, knows his stuff. Brittany Brothers in there, just a ton of really great talent. Well, thank you very much, Eric. And there's some great talent there. The guys up at New England Tattoo, Angel Villanova and his whole crew up there. Fantastic, amazing people across the board. They've done so many amazing things to help me out during this. Emotional, spiritual, physical, monetarily. So that's why I've been spending a lot of time up there. I spent a lot of time up there.
Yeah, man.
It's good.
Because up there I got to be who I can be. I haven't done any real commercial photography since all this really started.
Yeah.
Just because I would hate to be someplace and all of a sudden everything kicks in the middle of a job.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's something that I've got to do. Like you knew, I was running a cab company, before all this, crap went down.
Wow.
Believe me, I've got some good stories from the cab company too.
We'll be here till midnight with those.
Hey, I get the time. It's up to you guys, man. It's a Saturday night. We are rocking. As long as we don't start talking like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah. All right, all you cool kids out there tonight.
Hey, that last picture is me, Nicole. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? It's great because I put it as the last one on purpose because I wanted to end with that and remember to bring it up, and Nicole already did. But it's like, dude, I love that photo. It's like it pretty much says you have a lot of shit going on. You're battling a lot of shit, but fuck you. I'm going to push through the shit. And it's like, it's right there, dude. I really dig that. I think it's the epitome of thinking of you as a warrior to get through this time. And I love, the fact that it is the mask, but I love that photo, man. It's so killer, dude. It's awesome, man.
My rebuttal to that requires me to do a silent toast to somebody that's no longer with us. Somebody that was very important to me, that was in my life for I was 19-year-old, punk rock kid hitchhiking all around the country.
Yeah.
And this girl drifted into my life, man. We had kind of like this 30-year, enough about that. But she looked at me one time and she goes, I can read everything about you from your photographs, from what you're taking, how you're taking it. Yeah. She goes, you are able to not only capture an emotion in the person, but reflect your own emotion at the same time in the photograph. And I never thought about that, until I started kind of doing my own personal retrospective, while I've been sick, with what else am I going to do? I'm cataloging millions of photographs, I'm trying to get all that stuff together.
Sure.
So, stop it, Christine. So it's just anti-stress shit. You got to do what you got to do to keep yourself busy and all that. I know I'm probably totally way off topic from what I was talking about before because of the damn chemo brain.
That's how we roll, man. Once we get past a certain time, Dave, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. We roll with it.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride, dude.
We all are.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what though? So we had that picture with the eyes we were just talking about. But I gotta say, Jimmy was telling me that I have to bring up something about a funny picture that he's gonna show. And then I have to get an explanation out of you about this picture.
Yeah, Corey didn't see it.
I have not seen it. I will say right now, I have not seen the picture. Actually, earlier when Jimmy were talking, he's like, I could show you, but I'm not gonna. I said, don't show me. So I will be as surprised or what have you as everyone else. So,
Jim, should I tell the backstory before?
Wait, do you know what picture?
It seems like he knows, Jim.
I don't know.
He knows.
I don't know.
I already know the picture. I already know the picture.
Do you?
Do you want me to tell the story first, or you want to wait until after you show the picture?
What if it's the wrong picture? Then I'm going to feel like a shithead.
It's not the wrong picture. I know that.
Is it a holiday photo?
What?
Is it a holiday photo?
It's a holiday photo.
Oh.
Go ahead, show it.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, he's
like, I'll tell the story right after.
This is I think it's the culmination of my memories of Dave, my reintroduction and talking to him again, and up to this very day. And this is the picture.
Oh man! Whoa!
It's actually a really beautiful photo.
Thank you. You know what? There's probably about another 60 hours of tattoo work that's not visible in that picture.
Oh no!
So what year was this picture?
This was probably early 2009, 2010.
Wow. Now, was this at a convention?
Nope.
No.
Nope. All right. So nobody can see me. You got me hiding right behind my bouquet of flowers, by the way. It was perfectly lined up, and the bouquet was right at my face.
Right there.
Yeah. So, my family does not like when I send holiday cards.
Oh, man.
That was an Easter card.
Really?
Yeah. I had it printed up. Had them, all nice envelopes and stuff. Sent them out to all my family and friends. I've got another one of me dressed as Santa Claus.
No.
On the toilet with my pants around my ankles.
As soon as we're done with this, I'm sending my address to you as soon as we're done with it.
You know what? Every time I tell this story, my request for Christmas cards greatly increases. So I'm sitting on the toilet, dressed as Santa Claus, beer cans all over the floor, a Hustler magazine over my leg, open to Beaver Hunt, and me looking passed out. And the caption is, "Merry Christmas, wish you were here."
That's awesome.
I've got another one I sent out one year. I got these little beanbag dolls of Santa and Frosty, and I decapitated Santa, and I have Frosty holding Santa's head with like a meat cleaver in the other hand.
Wow.
And the picture I did, I sent it out, it's beginning to look a lot like homicide.
Oh my God.
I also collect postcards from wherever I go around the country. And every once in a while on the holidays, that's what I'll send out as holiday cards. Is postcards. I'll draw like a Christmas tree on the front of a Nevada postcard and send it out. You know?
Oh my God. That's fantastic.
Yeah. You know what? We have the best postal service in the world. By far. Hands down. The best postal.
Jeff had a good question. Jeff would like to know if you've done something for Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes. Have I done something for Halloween? Like the movies or the holiday?
No. We're talking in vein of the picture. Something maybe with a pumpkin, maybe.
I don't want to hear any No, I don't want to hear any freaky pumpkins. We all know about pumpkins. I was 13 once.
No, Jim, you're thinking of Blumpkins.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Next week on the Crush Corner, 3 guys, 1 pumpkin.
I have done Halloween stuff, and let's just say for the record, I have over a gallon of theatrical blood. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do some pretty bizarre things, you know.
So I'm thinking I can now see you a chair, that rabbit head on, and all that blood coming down like flash dance. Just he's the maniac on the run.
I was thinking more. Well, I had more of a flash of Carrie, you know, when you had said that.
Sure, Carrie works.
I have done Halloween stuff. The Halloween stuff is usually pretty bizarre.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's stuff that I can't. It's like we're in a society right now that I have this great series of pictures that I did that I can't share because people will get butthurt over them.
Yeah.
You know, when I had first had my last mohawk.
Yeah.
As I said, man, I was right down to the wood on the sides, and it was electric blue for the hawk, you know. And I did these great pictures where I recreated a modern version of Taxi Driver.
Oh,
wow.
You know, so I did this, you know, got this whole modern version of it, and I'm like, because I'm holding a prop gun in the thing, and there's only a BB gun at that. But because I'm holding that, and because of the position of it, somebody's going to get butt hurt, and I can't fucking show them the great pictures.
Yeah. No, I hear you, dude.
What's up, Frank?
Funny about the shaving the head and the mohawk stuff. When the shop got shut down, and we were home for what ended up being close to 4 months, my mohawk started off as a joke with my my daughter. Got she was watching Trolls, the new Trolls, and there's like the main character is this rockin' troll Barb who has this red mohawk, and she had already had like a little shaved head, and I said, "You want a mohawk like Barb?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want a mohawk." I was like, "I'll do a mohawk with you." We're in the backyard, and Tracy's like shaving our head together, and then I had like one night I'm having Tracy like tighten it up in the mirror in the bathroom.
Oh, no, that's not a topic for the show, dude. Tightening it up or just
yeah. So I said, "Get the back for me," you know. And I said, and it was like, you know, it had to be at least 2 months that we were home. Shops closed.
Yeah.
You know, crazy news, you know, and she's tightening it up. And I said, "You realize every movie where the dude like snaps at that point and loses his mind, it's usually he's like shaving his head or it's a mohawk."
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I know, you know, Taxi Driver, Woody Harrelson, and
Natural Born Killers,
and he does it again in one of the Planet of the Apes, and I was like,
yeah, that was
you okay?
Battle for the Planet of the Apes. I'm sorry, I'm an ape fan.
Dude, I'm a huge fan.
That's good beer, Frank.
I'm at the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. You want to talk about an old school tattoo convention? Oh. So they have one of those indoor, outdoor heated pools.
Yeah.
Now we're talking February in Portland, Maine.
Ooh.
We're in the outside part of the pool during a snowstorm. There's myself, Bob Montagna, Sean Anderson, a whole bunch of other people floating around this pool, water up to the chin. We got whiskey bottles and little inner tubes that we're pushing around, and we're playing Planet of the Apes trivia. 3:00 in the morning. Like you would not believe.
I believe it.
The next morning, I'm sitting there at the restaurant. The restaurant's name was The Governor.
The Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
I'm so hungover that I've got like my prison arm around my food.
Prison arm. I love that.
And the next thing I know, something like plops down in my eggs. Exactly, Corey. Just like that. And I look at it, and it's a Planet of the Apes fur luggage tag, and I flip it over, and it says, "Get your hands off my luggage, you damn dirty ape." And it's Bob Montana, who has probably the same hangover I have, eyes bleeding and everything. I hate you. You beat me at Planet of the Apes trivia. I hand this to you. And it was 2 years later that he had his unfortunate accident.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy, another one of the greats. Granted, he was greatly paranoid, but he was an amazing artist.
Yeah, there was an element of the conventions, the tattoo scene, as everything back then that I know is definitely being lost or washed out with it. A lot of industries, a lot of things have changed. I think that's one of my motivators to do this stuff, especially now with the fucking COVID going on, to find the reconnection and then just reminisce. And then, because there was such magic to that stuff. There was magic in the sacred way of tattooing with anything. Tattooing, like we said, the photography has changed. Everything has changed. But
you and I managed to get in right at the right time.
Yes, I agree.
The way we came in, I mean, even as a photographer, I still served a traditional apprenticeship.
Right.
You know, how to learn how to be a photographer. You know, I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in photography, man. You know, I did it the right way.
No doubt.
I started out in the film world, you know. I mean, I can reach right over here and pull out a working 1950s Agfa film camera just because, you know, some people keep guns next to their beds. I keep antique cameras.
Yeah. Don't shoot.
Yeah, it has changed quite a bit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've walked through conventions, been standing next to somebody who's supposedly the, you know, great upcoming photographer, and I look over at their camera and everything's on automatic.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, all their settings and stuff, you know. And what they're doing is they're just getting a shot and then going home and throwing it in Photoshop or, you know, GIMP or one of those other processing programs.
Yeah, I mean, we, like you said, we live in the age of instant gratification.
Yeah,
and it's through everything. It's through everything. People don't want to. Some people don't want to work hard to get to a certain point. They just instant gratification. Some people don't want to put the time into a relationship. Some people don't want to put the time into family. Don't want to put time into friendships. It's that instant gratification is across the board, and it's heightened right now. It's heightened. We're all, you know, limited contact and shit like that. So it's, to me, to be able to remember some of that stuff and connect with people and identify with people that have that same thought is huge and super important, which is part of Crush, Kill, Destroy, you know.
Well, I took the technological leap with my my drawing art and painting art to the iPad for a couple different reasons. Number one, when I'm traveling, I don't have to I'm not carrying a sketchbook, you know, pencils, all that other residual crap with me. I don't even have to carry a laptop anymore. I got all in one in that. Not only that, the back of my hand isn't always dirty anymore.
Yeah. I hear you.
From the sketchbooks. And with some of the programs that are out there, like Procreate and stuff like that, the recreation of the brushes, the pencils and stuff like that on the paper is fantastic. I wish they would do different substrates, you know, like different types of paper that you could get, you know, like simulating.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, that's the one thing that Procreate's lacking is a selection of substrates. You know, but anything else, it'll mimic any type of brush or anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Have you seen the stuff that Russ Abbott has been doing for Procreate?
I have.
Yeah, I mean, that website of his and all the stuff he's putting out is just phenomenal.
Well, it's a good point. Like the technology that's available to us is, if it's used with the right intentions, it's incredible and it's awesome. But if we just go straight to that without the tactile like connections with other people, it's kind of I think it's worthless, you know. So Procreate is incredible. I'd actually try, like Tracy does a bunch of stuff on her iPad, and I've tried it, and I couldn't go over the hump of like, you know, old school guys like I can't do this, it sucks. You know, my light box. I get a light box and tracing paper, and the guys at the shop are like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm tracing out this tattoo. I'm trying to get it ready." It's like, tracing paper for real? Like, why don't you just get an iPad? I'm like, I tried it
because I'm old school.
It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me.
No, you know what? I went kicking and screaming into the technology generation myself. I mean, I used to carry around the little moleskin sketch pads.
Oh, yeah.
In just a couple, a 6B and I think 3C pencil, and just a little a kneaded rubber, piece of kneaded rubber, and a fucking pencil sharpener. That's all you really needed.
Yeah.
You know, to do some sketches, you know, around. And I just started realizing I was carrying just way too much stuff when I was on the road. And my first iPad was actually given to me by the editor of Skin Deep magazine.
Oh, right on, dude.
He like sent it over to me. He's like, why aren't you using one of these now? And it was an old, like, first generation, you know, 9-inch, whatever. And now here I am with fucking that monstrosity.
Oh yeah, dude.
But I tell you, man, it's great. You know, but I'm like incorporating the old school with the new school. Like, I'm not using auto complete, you know, things like that. Every once in a while, I'll use like the snap to feature, like when you're doing a straight line.
Yeah.
You know, like across the whole grid of, you know, piece of paper, and just hold it, and it snaps to a straight line. All right, no problem. You know, that's about all I'll use. Same with my photography. Basically, this what I'm using in programs like PhotoFox.
PhotoFox? Just say PhotoFox? Is that what you said?
PhotoFox. FOX.
Oh. Photofucks.com. Tune in later. Yeah.
All right, I see how it is. You Connecticut's are all gonna start ganging up on me, aren't you? Look, remember, I'm a guest here. Hold on, watch.
Yeah.
Hold on, right. Look at right about where the level I'm at.
This is this is a good time. Oh, our buddy Rick.
What up, Rick?
I haven't talked to Rick in a bit. What up, Rick? So we I think we're winding down here, dude. This is awesome because we're talking about technology. I'd always do a giveaway. I do a couple giveaways at the end of the night. And before
we got a big announcement, right?
Before I do, I have we got a new shirt.
Got a little shirt to share.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be on the site tonight. It should be ready to go. The it's good timing with the upheaval in the world and the craziness and all that stuff. About that. There are
big things happening.
So this is your own interpretation. New shirt for the men and the ladies.
Let's go. Bang.
Boom. Crush the world. There's the new design. Crush the world. I think it's the apex of all the mottos. If you can't decide and you want to just fuck up the world, it's yours to do with what you want. So crush the world. Those are on that website now.
Bravo.
Yeah, those are cool. There's I did a little sticker of those at first, and they looked cool, and they read really well as a t-shirt, so that's cool.
Yeah, man, it came out awesome.
Actually, you sent me a couple of those stickers.
Oh yeah,
and they were the first ones that people chose.
Oh nice.
You know, I'd lay the stickers out on the table and be like, pick a sticker. You know, you were nice enough to let me take a picture of you in the shirt. Take a sticker. You know, nice. And the first ones that went were the Crush the World ones.
Oh, killer, dude. That's awesome.
So,
Yeah,
did I tell you? I'm at a sticker. I'm at a sticker war with some said city.
Yeah, that's right.
They removed one of the CKD stickers off of where I placed it. So I got another one. I'm gonna replace it next time I'm up there.
Yeah.
And this is the funny thing is, do you know the rectangle shaped blue ones that almost look like a political campaign?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, I think, thought that was a Donald Trump sticker and ripped it off. It was on like a fireman call box.
Yeah.
On the side of it, and I'm walking by it one day, and I'm like, all that's left is like the silver foil backing.
Yeah.
Where they didn't even read it. They must have just saw the blue, red, white, and blue with the red border.
There was like, it was supposed to be that, but I didn't quite pan out as my original thought of doing it. So Tracy was like, I don't know how these are going to go. They could go either way, which I was like, okay, I won't push those too much, but whatever. As long as it's out there. It had the website on it.
But it's funny that somebody walked by and ripped that off the fireman's call box that was on. But yeah, it's I think you're doing pretty good with the here we go. Wait a second. No politics. No politics. No religion.
That's my lady. She's gonna get banned from the show. I also Rick was saying that, I don't know if you saw that, Corey. Rick said he got some stuff to Norwood from Fishbone, which is rad. I definitely appreciate that. It's fucking
and what's really, really funny about that, I messaged him directly and basically said something about wanting to send something to him. So it's so funny.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That Rick got something to him.
Yeah, that's killer, man.
Well, because I think one of the things that a lot of folks don't realize is, going way back now, a post Fishbone show at Fairfield Theater Company. Afterwards, we all ended up going to Bryac, which is this place in Black Rock, and the band showed up there, and Jimmy actually played drums with them.
I did.
It was amazing.
One of my high points.
Yeah, it was an amazing moment. So, those guys, every time we're out at the Fishbone shows, we see, those guys roaming around or whatever. We want to take pictures with them and hang out. So that's awesome, Rick, man.
Yeah, Angela's rad.
I never had the opportunity to see them.
Oh, the Fishbone?
Incredible show. Good, such a good show, man.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get back to that. We can all get there.
There's a lot of good music out there.
Absolutely.
I know, man. So just a reminder, folks that jumped on tonight, if they want to check out Dave's photography and or check out the rings, which I definitely want to, whenever you find out, Dave, and about the ring that you think might be fitting for me, just give me a heads up, and I would love to make that work out. I don't want to be a schlep and be like, bro, can you make me a ring? And then I'll be like, yeah, dude, I had to buy this a pair of drumsticks. I don't have any money, bro. But
I had them hand turned in Nepal. It only took me 86 weeks to get them.
But I'm definitely interested, dude. So I'm looking forward to it, man. All right, we're gonna do.
I don't want to say too much about the coin itself, but if I can get this coin, I'm actually bidding on it right now.
Okay.
It's an auction thing. It's an extremely hard to find rare coin, but the art on it.
Oh man.
And where it's from and the year.
I'm gonna save my duckies then.
Oh no. I don't think the coin's gonna be that much. Tracy, I don't think that the coin's gonna be that much.
Let me see if my SBA loan went through first.
No, I believe that. I think the max that it'll cost me is about $50. For that coin.
Whatever it is, dude, I want to support, and I appreciate the time that you put into those things. So,
man, sweet.
Now it's more about the the custom stuff.
Yeah.
I can pick and choose the who, the what, because just like anything else, technology, you can go buy coin rings on the internet for like $25, but they were hand stamped.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, it's not quite the same thing. You know,
when you're talking about makers and lowbrow art and having a direct connection with someone, there's, like you said, the art, the price is, it's hard to put the price on there. If you're someone I know personally and I see something that they've created and I said, man, that's fucking rad, dude. Like that's worth a lot more than just, like you said, clicking on something on the internet. So I get it, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
Corey, not to sound ignorant or anything, what is your background? Are you a tattoo artist, graphic artist? Are you
the Corey Jekyll interview part of the show from Dave Marden?
No, the long and short of it, though, is really so I've known Jimmy for over 40 years. So we went to third grade, and we were friends back then. There's pictures of us when we were in a school play. I'm like,
I don't need to hear about those pictures. You know,
yeah, no, there's pictures. There's all kinds of pictures. But,
Uncle Ronnie took.
And you know, over the years, just have been, you know, of like most of my friends that get into their own endeavors, you know, just 100% supportive. And the you know, everything from the tattoo adventures, like actually when Jimmy and I were 20 years old, we got our first tattoos together, and then obviously he became what he is today.
Well, wait a second, and you two didn't break up?
No, lots of history. And then you know, I've actually just been someone who's like everything you talked about before. Like Jimmy and I spent a lot of time talking about Buddhism. You know, he got me reading a lot of stuff about it. You know, I connect with that stuff, like the energy. You know, I'm again not religious, but just feel, you know. So there's so many connections and different things over the years: music, tattoos. You know, hanging out, boozing in Bridgeport, down at Seaside Park. I mean, Jimmy and I just go way back, and I'm just extremely supportive of what this is all about. And you know, I got his back, you know, and I just want to keep.
No, I just didn't know what your background really was. I'm not trying to, you know, be or anything or an ass.
No. I'm like, you know, Ed McMahon. You know, he's Johnny Carson, and you know, comic relief, you know, genius, you know, whatever. But it's all good. Snap some pictures, get out there, you know, show the gear, show how it, you know, resonates, what it's all about.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's basically
no, man. You know what? It's always good to have people, man. It's always good to have, you know, good friends, and the relationship really shows through with you too.
Oh yeah,
with all that you guys do.
Yeah, man.
You know, granted, you know, you are just a couple steps above Laurel and Hardy. No, what was that? Ed Norton.
Yeah, Norton. Yeah.
Jimmy sidekick.
Ralph Brandon. Ed Norton.
How does it feel, Robin?
Feels great.
Hey, if you ever get a chance, watch the original Batman. What's like the first episode always called? The pilot. Yeah. The pilot of the original Batman thing. They had to change Robin's uniform because the guy that played Batman, Adam West, was so intimidated by the size of his penis in the pants.
Well, we're all picking up what you're laying down now.
You're talking about the ambiguously gay duo? Is that what you're talking about?
Tracy, I hope you took pictures of that.
That'll be on next week.
That's very true, actually.
It is true. True story.
That's
fun.
All right, before we run off the rails here, I have to do this giveaway. So, and I need to collect my thoughts. So let me show one of my little promos here, so I can get my head back together. first photo in that one of Dave's. That was is that Faith?
That's Faith, yeah.
She's
an amazing person, man. She rides a freaking beautiful Harley. She's a middle school teacher.
Yeah, she seems super cool, man.
She's a musician. She's an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely
yeah, she seems rad, dude.
Good soul. She does a morning yoga thing.
Yeah.
Where she does it with her kids.
Yep.
She's got her 2 kids, that do it with her. And I like to click in on it, because it's my morning, a little bit of happiness in the morning, seeing, her and her 2 kids.
I started following her, and she's got some great photos and some good insight.
Sweet.
All right, I'm doing. Here's our trivia. I'm doing CKD bags that you can. They're gonna have some goodies in them. Oh, when you get them. Matter of fact, I just gotta make sure that these guys, if they want to win some shit, I just need $5 for the shipping, which helps me out. But I got these bags. They'll have goodies in them. Look at that, little tote bags. Good for beer, good for wine, good for severed heads, whatever you want to put in there.
Whatever.
And
whatever.
That bag is perfect to cut up and make a punk rock back patch out of it, kids.
Totally.
So if you're gonna make a new rally vest, that's your perfect patch for the back.
It actually is.
That's good. That's very creative.
So I'm gonna do our little. We're gonna do our trivia. I'm gonna do. And Dave, you can't answer any of this thing. I'm gonna do.
Jump in. This is a good one.
I'm gonna do a photo. I'm gonna do a photo of cameras, and I just need time periods of the camera within like a 10-year stretch. So 1900s, 1910, 1920, 1934, and so on. And people got to guess what Kathy needs one for her work stuff. All right, so get ready. You got to guess. It's going to be pretty broad, so we're not going to be too strict on this shit.
No.
So we can move along. So the first photo I'm going to show is a camera. You just got to guess what the time period is from. It doesn't need to be exact. You could say 19 somethings, 2000 somethings. So Dave, don't give any of these away. You can just smoke your bowl over there. And all right, first picture.
First picture.
What time period is this from?
Wow. I would say it's definitely older.
It's older.
That's older. Man,
it's older.
That is wow.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a collapsible one. So we got Kathy, or I'm sorry, Christine came in at 1910.
Oh, Kathy got it.
Yep, Kathy got it. 1920 on the bus.
Kathy's been really good at these, man. Kathy's been really good at these lately. She's killing. Jeff, that was awesome, Jeff. You were right behind there, man.
Yeah, right behind.
So number one.
Yeah, hold on, Jim. You got to remember one thing about a lot of these cameras. They actually would make them for like 30 or 40 years.
Shh, come on, man. I'm trying to give some free shit away here, man. Agreed. But on to the second one.
Next one.
This one's probably made for 100 years, but whatever. Okay, let me see what these guys are doing. All right. Next camera, number 2. This is a good one. Well, I'll say time period when it was first inception. How's that? Is that okay?
Okay. All right. Ooh. All right.
Oh man.
The one step. SX70.
Wow.
No, that wasn't an SX70.
That's not. What is it? Not.
No, it's a one step. That's all it was.
Oh, it's just called. So did they come out with something else?
No, it used the SX70 film. The SX70 was actually a camera. itself.
Not quite Eric. Not quite Christine.
Close,
not quite Rick. Not quite Kathy.
I was nervous too because as old as you, Jim. What century was that again? Wow.
Jeff's getting close.
Jeff, you're real close.
Jeff's real close.
So the Eric.
I think we got it.
Oh, Christine was right behind him.
Ah, so close.
Well, you guys know me. I love sending out free shit. So I actually researched as best as I could because I knew Dave was going to correct me on some of these. So
no. The SX70 is actually a pretty specific camera.
Oh, so it's okay.
But that camera uses SX70.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I'm going to be playing with tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nice.
This is a 1930s AGFA 35 millimeter camera, range finding camera.
It looks actually from here. It looks pretty modern, but that's incredible.
Wow, man.
Yeah, this is in mint condition.
My God,
this is one of my babies in my collection. I have 2 rolls of Tri-X-Pan black and white film.
Wow.
I've got my old handheld light meter, and I'm gonna go kick it old school,
Kick it old school.
We do what we do, us old guys.
I hear you, bro. This is my folks actually had this next camera.
I want to see this.
Number 3. They had this. I use this. I remember using it.
Oh my God. Wow.
So another time period. Just get it close enough.
Nicknamed the Brick.
The Brick.
No kidding.
And Kathy actually asked, "Where's the one with the old flash bulbs?" That was, I kind of remember this thing. Nicole wants. Whoops.
What's the oldest camera I have? I have a 1903 Kodak model number 3 that has a red bellows. There were probably 300 of that version made.
No shit.
I found it at a flea market for like $50.
Oh man.
It doesn't work, but it's a nice wall hanger. I do have most of an 1860s daguerreotype glass plate camera that needs to be rebuilt. I have the front diopter still mounted on oak, and I have the rail system for it. I just have to make a bellows and a case for the glass plates. You can buy them aftermarket, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it myself.
Cool.
So Eric actually got that last one. Good going. Yep. He's on point tonight.
Yes.
Let's see. Number 4. This is a little more modern. Early Inception or first Inception. I think I might have had a version of this as well when I first started tattooing, so maybe that'll help.
Nice hit.
Actually, now that I think about it, I was tattooing for a couple years. I was already tattooing for a couple of years at this point.
Jim?
Yes.
Jim, the date's actually on the camera.
No, it's not. Shh.
Yeah, Rebel 2000.
Look,
Dave wins.
God damn it.
We all win.
They got some high school pictures of me, and you might have something, but that one's not going to offend me. Sorry, Jim, but I'm looking at that saying, why didn't he notice that?
Maybe I finished the bowl. I don't know, man. But I'm actually still waiting for an answer. So Ricky said it's the Andre Agassi. This is why I do this stuff.
It's so fun. Yeah, right, though. Isn't that the Andre Agassi?
Yeah.
The Andre Agassi edition.
Yeah. You go, Rick.
Kathy, awesome. If you guess twice, you're only getting one thing from me. I'll just stuff the little tote bag with a couple extra things. So,
By the way, really good idea of you putting together that the riding collection with the gloves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a brief little review of your gloves.
Oh, right, yeah.
I actually used the gloves when I went camping that time.
Nice. Yeah.
So we're talking, I mean, you saw where it was. It was very remote, place. The gloves are fantastic.
Nice.
They held up well. They didn't, the nylon didn't get snagged.
Yeah.
On the necks and all that stuff. So, and they're the screen touch material.
Yeah.
So it still will work on your device if you're wearing them.
Nice.
So it'll work on your phone and stuff like that. But they held up amazing.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Through water, climbing rocks and stuff.
Yeah. With anything that I can't do, personally in the CKD bunker, so to speak, I'm always curious. I'm trying to find, something that's affordable but still, quality and stuff. I ride with those gloves now, and they're getting beat up, but they look great. They're still holding up nicely. So that's good to know, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it took, it was hardcore camping too, man. There was a lot of boulder climbing, a lot of rocks and stuff. And if they could survive something like that, that says a lot.
Yeah, that's good, awesome. Number five.
Here we go.
Here we go.
5. Whoa!
Look at this bad boy.
Oh my!
Look at that bad boy.
That is going back. Wow.
So this is the oldest one that I decided to post. Like I said, I did the best research that I could. I hope that it's accurate enough to give away some free shit. So Christine, that's super close. Just bump it up a little bit. Eric, that's close. Ricky, sort of close. You're right there. You're creeping up on it, so I could give you that hint.
Yeah, creepy.
That's a pretty camera, though.
It really is cool.
Yeah.
All that metal work on the front of that, Corey.
Yeah.
All handmade, hand hammered and stuff.
Oh wow.
Those cameras were fantastic.
No doubt. Look at Eric.
He's on fire tonight, man.
Fire and fuego. That's
I think
pretty
he's
impressive. I mean, that's wild.
I guess he's getting an overstuffed tote bag from you or something here.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of weird. That sounds weird.
Christine just missed it.
All right. So we have the last one. I actually really love this camera because of the look of it, and the time period's pretty wicked. But last one to get some free shit. Number 6. There you go.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
That is the exact same time period as this.
Yeah. When you said it,
yep.
I don't want to say anything.
But that's a really cool camera in and of itself.
Yeah, it's pretty rad, dude. I wish that I could give away Christine, that's super close. I wish I could give away maybe we should do signed prints of these days. We'll give those away next time. I love that photo too. I'm gonna look at it again later tonight after this is done. Rick, that was actually, you know what? What's that? Rick was that was a little too high there. Yes, that is. I believe that is a leather case, actually. Right?
It looks like one.
Gotta be.
Yeah, that was a pretty snazzy camera back in its day.
I mean, it's got a kind of I don't know if it, trying to think of what was the term used in that time period. It wasn't art deco, but it was earlier, yeah.
Or it could be, you could say streamline, that whole steamer line kind of when trains started to get. That was all Art Deco.
Retro. She guessed.
Retro.
Christine guessed.
Retro is what it would be if they made it now. Yeah.
These guys are close. I'll tell you. You're getting. Come on. Seriously, Eric. Eric got it again.
Oh my God!
You son of a gun. These guys, Eric. These guys are going to track you down and take all your crush, kill, destroy stuff.
That is amazing. He knows his cameras.
He was on fire tonight. That son of a gun.
Who knew?
Who knew? I like Rick. I like Rick's guess right here. Leatherette.
That's it.
Naugahyde.
No, Naugahyde.
Isn't that his city in southern Connecticut?
Naugatuck.
Fuck.
They call Naugahyde.
Whatever.
Naugatuck. The beautiful.
Pass along some of his winnings to the women.
All right. Well, I'll divvy it up. I'll be in touch with people, and I'll make sure some people get some stuff.
Thank you.
There's a little tea promo before we get out of here, so you guys know what's on the website. Don't forget about the new shit either. I guess it was a promo for all sorts of goodies, but
all sorts.
Yeah, Eric was nice enough. I'm going to be in touch with these guys and make sure everybody gets some free stuff. Eric wants a new shirt, but I had a great time. This was awesome, Dave. Awesome. I really appreciate it. I want to make sure people know that if they want to get a hold of you, at least take a look at some photography. Check out the rings.
Yeah, the Book of Faces. You can find me under Dave Marden, but Asshole Du Jour on Instagram is the best way to find me.
Yeah, that's the best one to go to.
Yeah. As I said, man, I just generally do everything through Instagram. Just do a post there and it just pukes it everywhere, I don't care where it goes. It's probably showing up in Scotland's bathroom for all I know. So it's been fun. It's been talking with you guys.
Awesome,
yeah, man, absolutely. Awesome time chatting with you.
You helped sap a little bit of the last moments of energy out of me. Maybe I'll get to sleep tonight.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Sleep good. Yeah, sleep good. Me like sleep. Sleep no like me, but me like sleep. So.
Hey, you can feel free to message me anytime. I suffer sometimes from the same thing. My mind is always rolling. If you're up, shoot off a message, and I may respond because sometimes I'm up as well. I can't shut the brain off sometimes. And my daughter wakes up periodically throughout the night. So,
hey, I'm gonna have to say something to him. But do you remember when all this foolishness of the quarantine started? Rom was doing piano stuff. He was doing like a podcast where he was playing his piano.
Well, who was doing that?
Fantastic. Who?
What? Huh?
Rom.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I saw that. I don't know if I saw any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's got a piano downstairs in the studio.
Oh, no shit.
When he wasn't able to work and stuff, he would be down there podcasting, playing the piano.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was just cool, smoothie, jazzy kind of shit,
That's awesome.
It was stuff that he could actually, have a conversation. He had the screen right in front of him so he could read it while he was playing and stuff. Yeah. We need more stuff like this, It's not enough of this going on out there.
It's true, man.
Everybody's hiding in the stupid politics, religion, and all that other crap right now. So
I hear you, man.
Corey, stop showing that you're a straight edge kid,
What?
I hate when you look at one thing online and all of a sudden it thinks that's what you're looking for all the time. I looked at a desk online and it's like I'm getting nonstop pop-up ads about desks.
It's true though, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking nuts, man.
Fucking ridiculous. All right, what else do we have to do?
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I think that's the
It's 11:15. You guys have a good night. All of you girls and kids in the audience, thank you for participating.
Absolutely.
You're as sexy as ever. Oh, that was Jim.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Later.
Thank you, brother.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right, guys. Have an excellent evening. Corey, always fun. Everybody that jumped on tonight, totally appreciate it. And we will tune in. Oh, we're going to do a new schedule. We may be going to every other week, but we have yet to work out the schedule. Yeah. Just keep an eye on Instagram and all that stuff, and you'll be able to find out who's coming up next on the Crush Corner and when we're going to be doing it.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Peace.
Peace.